opinion editor at Newsweek. Batya Ungar-Sargon is here. Her new book, Second Class, How the Elites Betrayed America's Working Men and Women. I think that's probably the right. The silence is deafening, right? It says everything.
I am really glad to see these high-profile folks coming out and condemning the anti-Semitism of the left's attacks on Josh Shapiro. Of course, every single one of the picks, the potential picks for VP, is pro-Israel. Josh Shapiro's crime was saying that we would not tolerate, people dressed up like the KKK on college campuses, and thus we should not tolerate people dressed up as Hamas and Hezbollah, right? And for this, he must be eviscerated. I have to say, though, Leland, I'm taking heart not just in the reports that she's potentially choosing him, but in what it signifies. Because if we know anything about Kamala Harris, it's that she is a flip-flopper, right? She takes the position that she considers to be wherever the center of gravity of the party happens to be. And so if she chooses Josh Shapiro, that tells us that the Democratic Party wants to very consciously sideline the very loud progressive anti-Semitic wing that had been gaining a lot of traction of late. And whether you're a Donald Trump supporter, whether you're a Kamala Harris supporter, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, we should all celebrate the fact that this woman, who never says anything, that's at all in any way original and is always trying to reflect where she thinks the base is, possibly thinks that the base will not tolerate an anti-Semitic snub of Josh Shapiro.
Look at you finding the silver lining. There you go. The optimist is there. But okay, I think maybe not. Put a finer point on this. I think what you're trying to say maybe is not that Kamala Harris ever said anything original. It's that she doesn't say anything genuine. Now, the flip side of what you're saying is that if she gives in to this about Josh Shapiro, okay, and she's worried about these protests that are going to come to Chicago, she's worried that the protests here in D.C. were the warm-up act for Chicago, and she doesn't pick Josh Shapiro. Now you're setting it up that she bended at the knee to the pro-Hamas types, right?
I think that is 100% accurate. I think every Jewish American should be paying very close attention. There is zero excuse for not choosing Josh Shapiro except to cater to the anti-Semites. He is the only pathway she has to victory. He could potentially deliver Pennsylvania. He is wildly popular despite being a Democrat, even though it is a swing state. If he delivers that state, he's delivering potentially the White House for her. For her to say no to that, I mean, he's the only one who has that power who's in the running. So if she says no to that, that is the Democratic Party telling American Jews, you don't have a home here anymore. And so I really hope she picks him, because I don't want that to be the case. I don't want American Jews to be forced to the Republican Party because one of the major parties has said to us, guys, it's over. We're not on your side anymore.
Well, Donald Trump seems to say that, right? That he can't imagine why anyone would be Jewish and vote for a Democrat. True that Kamala Harris is considering Josh Shapiro. Also true that she was a lot tougher on Benjamin Netanyahu and on the Israelis when it came to supporting a ceasefire that would help Hamas than even Joe Biden's been.
Yeah. She talks out of both sides of her mouth, right? On the one hand,
so
she
which
condemned the Hamas
so which side do you believe?
protesters.
You want to be optimistic, and now you're not.
I mean, this is who she is, right? You got to if she's talking out of both sides, it means that the Democratic Party is right now caught between two positions, right? It both wants to cater to the left and it wants to not cater to the anti-Semites. The problem is those are one and the same thing.
Well, yeah. And look, you point it out all the time on issues of moral clarity. When you try to choose one side or the other, you get caught in the middle. Batya, good to see you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks, Leland.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.